to be using Google Maps to search for different regions in the country. So what you will do is type in the name of the city, and I'll do Orlando, Florida, and we'll go ahead and choose that. And then once you're there, we can see that Orlando is kind of right here in the middle. And we have a lot of different options that we can do when we're here. So we can go up here to the terrain button and click on that, and it kind of takes away the roads and things, and we'll be able to actually then see the terrain of the city. So we know that there's lots of lakes, and we know that there's lakes here. There's some preserves. But basically it's fairly flat. There's not much mountain regions, and we can tell that. We can also go from a Google Earth view from up here, and again we're seeing Orlando, Florida here in the middle, and notice that it is fairly flat. We can see quite a few bodies of water, and we know that if we would go a little bit farther over, we would definitely get to the ocean. But let's stay right here where Orlando is for right now. And then if you go down below, you'll be able to see some pictures that are around the Orlando area, and if you click on those, notice that it's pointing up to where the location will be. And we can see Universal Studios, we can see the airport, and you can go across, and let's go here to this one, and it's going to take us down in, and we can actually tell that there's a lot of water in Orlando, and so it's taking us into those locations. Again, we can see houses that are located right along the water. Lots of outdoor walking paths and things like that, because we know that around this area we can be outside a lot more because the weather is much warmer. And again, across the bottom I'll see several different things, and a lot of these are pictures people have posted, but they're from around the Orlando area. So let's go back, and if we go into Street View, we can actually go in and see things up close and then actually move around it and see where it is. We're going to go back up here to the arrow and go back. So we're at the Earth view again. We'll click off the terrain, and we're going to go back to the map view, and we can look at traffic. So we can see that the roads are super busy, where the accidents are. So we know that there's lots of people that travel by car here. The roads are very busy, and we'll notice that as you look at different cities, how different roads, how busy they are. There's another traffic incident here. So we're looking at all those things. We can click off the traffic view, and we can look at bicycling. So we know there's lots of bicycle paths here and around Orlando. We know that there's a lot of people can get outside, so we know that there's quite a few trails. Notice those are in the dark gray, and then dirt and unpaved roads are in the brown, and then we also see bike-friendly roads, which are in the dots that we can see around Orlando. And we can go in closer and scroll in and see the bike trails and things at a closer pace as well. We'll go back out a little bit. And then click off that with the X, and then we can go in again to that Orlando area, and we might choose to look at some things that we know are in Orlando. So we might type in and look to see if there's any parks. So we might click on the Seminole, the wildlife refuge down here, and we can go in and look at some photos of the wildlife area. So now we're going to go in. So we know the terrain's pretty marshy. There's palm trees. Again, lots of water going through this area. We probably are going to see alligators and snakes down here because of the marsh area, and there's one right there. And again, lots of trees and water. So again, just kind of getting an idea of what the landforms and what the areas are like. And we can go back up here, and we might even, let's go back to Orlando, and we might even, let's put in elementary schools. And I see one. So let's go to Winter Springs Elementary School, and it's going to take us down here, and let's go to the street view about the school. So if we click on here, it'll take us into what the school looks like. So it gives us an idea that we can look to see what the school looks like. How is it different than the elementary schools that we go to? You know, it looks pretty similar. We obviously can't see the back to see their playground, but Looks like they probably spend more time outside, picnic tables and things outside, but at least gives us an idea of what an elementary school might look like here in Orlando so that you have an idea of what that might look like. I was trying to see if we could get in to see maybe a playground type thing, but we may not be able to. But anyway, so we know that it's in a neighborhood. It's near a business, so we know that it's on a fairly busy street here, it looks like. So getting some ideas of different things that are around there. We could also type in restaurants if we wanted to, so we can go up here and do restaurants, and we might be able to see some restaurants that we might recognize or that we might have in our neighborhoods, and so we can go around and look at those as well. We can go look for shopping, and we can also just take our person up here and kind of plop it down and get a view of what's happening within that area. We also know that because we're in Orlando, we know that Disney World is here, so we could click on Disney World and it will take us right into Walt Disney World. So we can click on this street view and it takes us right down into the entrance to Disney World. So this is just a way for you to see. So we know that people, you know, they have the park here. It's quite a long ways to drive down the road to get to Disney World, but I bet we can see some pictures from here. There's the Magic Kingdom. So again, getting some ideas of different places that you can go. You have all these places to look for, and it'll even tell you about some of the pictures that you're seeing. So you'll have several different cities that you'll visit, and that way then you will know what those places are like across the United States. I'm going to zoom out here a little bit and notice that when we look, you're going to go up here to Portland for one of your cities. You're going to go down here to Arizona to Phoenix. You're also going to come up here to Kansas City. You're going to go over here and visit New Orleans, and then you're also going to take a look at New York, New York. And so have fun looking at this, make ideas about what landforms you're seeing, what are the people doing in the pictures. You're going to learn how to screenshot so that you can put pictures within your document, and you'll be typing about the landforms, what you're seeing, what you think people might be doing, what the weather's probably like in this area. And at the same time up here, you'll be able to see a weather report as well, so you'll know what the temperature is in the different cities as you go and click around to visit them. So have fun searching with Google Maps,